Yes, it's Raygun, and finally, after all this time of us patiently waiting for her to take just an ounce of accountability, it looks like she's going to give us a little bit of that accountability that we can drink up and finally feel so satisfied. Finally, but what she says, she does that thing, right? That people do where they're like, I'm sorry, but when it doesn't really mean they're sorry, they're just sorry that they suck. That's kind of what she's saying here. But no, we're going to jump into this, and hopefully the saga of Raygun is over. Although, apparently, she has 10 offers to go on different reality shows and be a millionaire, just like the Hawk Tuah girl. And I don't really think she deserves it because she didn't do nothing except make a fool of herself. And I do that shit every day. And I'm not a millionaire. Where's my money? Come on, subscribe. So here we go. It says Raygun didn't know whether to hug or yell at Jimmy Fallon in the wake of viral Paris Olympics performance. The 36-year-old, in her first interview since the Olympics, also says billionaire Richard Branson called her in the wake of her performance. Why? Imagine going out there. That's like me, like going out there with zero experience in racing and starting in the Daytona 500, going around turn one, flipping and killing 8 people. And then like people are like, oh, you did so good. I'm going to call billionaires are going to call you and say you're great. Like, no, I suck. You know what I'm saying? It's like real life. Rachel Raygun has made an apology to the breakdancing community while stating that her record speaks to being Australians' best B-girl. See, why are you women like this? This is a woman thing. I'm convinced. All right, you can't convince me otherwise in the comments down below. This is a woman thing. Why y'all do this? Y'all be like, I apologize, but I'm just letting you know that I was right still, and you're a bitch. I'm like, what? Then what's the point of the apology? There is no point. It serves no purpose. You killing me, Raygun. You killing me. It says in her first sit-down interview since her controversial appearance at the Paris Olympics made global headlines. The Australian breakdancer and university academic was at the center of an international wave of controversy after she was knocked out of the round-robin stage of the event for her performance routine that included hopping around like a damn kangaroo and flailing on the floor, which, keep in mind, she relates that to her style. It's her unrivaled style that just nobody gets. Nobody gets it. It's her style. That's like me being in like 3rd grade and we're learning to like do sentence structure and reading and shit. And I just write down random characters I made up. I don't write down anything from the English language. It's just random scribbles. And the teacher being like, you get an F. And I'm like, that's not allowed because this is my style. This is my style of writing. Sorry, give me an A, bitch. That's kind of what she's saying here. In the interview, which aired on the project on Wednesday night, Gunn apologized to the breaking community after the criticism she had damaged the art form's reputation, which is wholeheartedly true. She says, there's been a portion of very, and, awful responses, not only attacking me, but attacking my husband, attacking my crew, attacking the breaking and street dance community in Australia, my family, she told the project. The energy and vitriol that people have had is pretty alarming. And look, notice how her apology is thinly veiled in victimhood. I'm so sorry. I'm being attacked and I'm a victim. I'm so sorry. Except you're going to be a millionaire over this garbage. Gunn also inspired a sketch on the U.S. comedian Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show, something that she described as evoking mixed emotions. Now, this is the weirdest thing I've ever read. Also, why would you call Jimmy Fallon a comedian? That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. She had mixed emotions about it, but then she also added she hasn't watched it yet. So let me get this straight. You have mixed emotions about this comedy sketch, but you haven't seen it. Sounds to me like you've seen it, but you don't want to admit it because you're like, oh, I haven't watched it yet. Yes. No, I'm not. I haven't watched it. I'm so above that. I'm too smart to watch it. She said, I don't know whether to hug or yell at him because what a platform he ended up giving me. Honestly, yeah, that's my point. You're going to be a jillionaire. I haven't actually seen the sketch because I don't think I'm in a place yet to watch it, but I'll watch it at some point. Although she's disappointed in it, even though she doesn't know what it is. The 36-year-old also revealed Richard Branson had called her in the wake of the performance to tell her he thought it was plucky and courageous fun, asking her if she would perform on a cruise with musician Boy George. What? Where's the billionaires calling me? Because I suck at things. God, do I just need to go into the Olympics and do the long jump and jump 1 freaking inch to be able to become rich? What about the people that actually did what they were supposed to do? Where are their millions of dollars and their recognition? Gunn also addressed the disapproval from within the breaking community, with some claiming she set back the progress of the sport. That was me, by the way. She says it was really sad to hear those criticisms, and I'm very sorry for the backlash that the community has experienced, but I can't control how people react. Yeah, well, maybe cheating your way through the qualifier to get onto the stage to embarrass yourself, maybe that was some way you could have controlled the backlash, by not doing that. But that's just me. I'm neither here nor there. I'm just to be honest. My favorite part of this interview is they ask her if she's the best breakdancer in Australia. Look at this right here. When asked if she thinks she is the best female breakdancer in the entire country, Gunn responded, I think my record speaks to that, implying that she's the best breakdancer in Australia. And maybe when she says things like my record speaks to that, she means that she actually sucks. Asked by Ally if there was irony in the fact that Gunn has written about how breakdancing came from marginalized communities, yet a white person was sent to the Olympics, Gunn said, there's a number of white B girls in Australia. They just happen to be middle aged. She said, I don't know what it is about us white women and being attracted to breaking. I think even if it went to second or third, that it would have still been a white girl representing. Well, at least there's that. White people are better at breakdancing, she says. That's something that we're always reflecting on. How can we get more people into break? Man, you know what? My favorite thing, and something I'm so thankful for as a human being, is the fact that we have white women to tell us everything to be offended by, everything we should do, and be the arbiters of getting everybody else that's not white into all the things that they should be into. Thank God for white women for handling all of that for us and being the arbiters of all marginalized communities. They represent all the marginalized people willingly without any hesitation. As long as you like their post on Twitter when they say they're doing that, that's all they require. Gunn said she qualified for the Olympics by winning the Oceania qualifier, where she didn't even know the judges. Well, at least she's clarifying there, huh? I was super nervous about it, to be honest, because even though I'd won all these competitions in Australia, you fucking kidding me? Even though I won all these Australian competitions, countless ones, I can name all of them, I bet. I was nervous about this one because all the new judges. That's weird. She said she knew when she qualified she would struggle against the other countries. As soon as I qualified, I was like, oh my gosh, what have I done? No shit. Because I knew that I was going to get beaten. And I knew that people were not going to understand my style. Look at this. I knew I was going to get beaten. Also, 2 seconds ago, she just said she's the best break dancer in Australia. But she knew she was going to get beaten. That's really weird. Gunn lost all 3 of her round robin battles by a combined score of 54-0. Damn. Prompting a hostile response to her performance. More than 40,000 people signed an anonymous change.org petition claiming Gunn had manipulated Olympic qualifying. No shit. The AOC clarified in a statement that the qualifying event in Sydney in October was conducted by the sport's international governing body, World Dance Federation, as approved by the International Olympic Committee. Keep in mind that her family has ties to the World Dance Sport Federation. But it's fine. Don't worry about it. Gunn was legitimately nominated by Dance Sport Australia to the committee after winning the qualifying event and had no responsibility for any funding of the sport. Doubt it. She also spoke about the reaction to her performance and how it felt during the ordeal, which saw her chased down the street by reporters. I love how she's humbly bragging how famous she is. That was really wild. If people are chasing me, what do I do? But that's really just putting me in a state of panic. I'm a victim, you see. She thanked supporters, but added that she didn't realize her entry would also open the door to so much hate, which was really devastating. No shit. While I went out there and had fun, I did take it very seriously. I worked my butt off preparing for the Olympics. Yeah, I doubt it. The breaker also added she was remaining in Europe for a few weeks and would be happy to answer more questions. Yeah, she's remaining in Europe because this was an entire way for her to get a free vacation to Paris and have a good old ass time. Well, it all worked out for her. She's now rich. She's famous. She's humbly bragging to everybody about how rich and famous she is and how she just didn't expect to be so rich and famous. And she's also claiming she's the best break dancer in all of Australia, which is very strange. And also, she's sorry that you didn't understand her style. She kind of sucks, but I mean, she's a college professor, extremely pretentious, and she's a white lady. That's like the worst combinations on earth. So, subscribe.